Who holds governments accountable now? We cross these lines. We sound the alert.
There are now people in power who see journalism as a threat.
El periodismo libre en Venezuela es una especie en extinción.
Freedom of the press starts at the local level.
Somos un enlace entre el gobierno con el pueblo.
It is violence, fear, and lies.
We don't have the luxury to lose our freedom.
What are you going to stand for? What is the line that you won't cross? The Philippines is a cautionary tale for the United States.
Duterte is
He's an authoritarian leader accused of a variety of human rights abuses.
Duterte pledged that he would kill 100,000 Filipinos.
When people don't know what is real and what is fake, the voice with the loudest megaphone gains more power. There's no precedence for what the government is doing. You just have no idea where it will go.
Mainstream media in Vietnam is monopolized by the state.
A number of bloggers being sentenced to very long sentences.
Win has been held after exposing a toxic waste dump.
Mà ở Việt Nam muốn có nguồn tin trung thực thì hãy bước ra khỏi sự sợ hãi của mình để mà trở thành một nhà báo như bạn mong muốn.
A court in Myanmar sentenced
two Reuters journalists sentenced to 7 years in prison.
The journalists said they were framed because of their reporting of a massacre of Rohingya people.
အမေတရားဖော်ထုတ်တဲ့ကိုယောက်ျားကိုလည်းဂုဏ်ယူနေတယ်အမြဲတမ်းပေါ့သူတို့ကအမြဲတမ်းကိုခလေးကိုလည်းကိုဂုဏ်ယူတရားကိုလည်းအမြဲတမ်းတင်ပြသွားမှာပါသူဖေက
The problem goes beyond censorship.
China's massive surveillance
program. I
programs.
make the decision to prohibit his operation.
Where is he? What's happened to him?
Her husband has been detained in the northwestern part of the country.
Why can't we ask some questions?
If one takes the definition of news as something that someone wants to suppress, by definition, journalists will be going against the interests of the powerful.
More protests are happening in Sudan.
Sudan has released 7 detained journalists.
Institutions, rule of law, we lost all of these things. Sudan is a country without laws. You are not a citizen. You are nothing.
Democrats and Republicans alike have been criticizing President Trump after he refused to punish Saudi Arabia over the murder of the journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
We're not going to give up hundreds of billions of dollars in orders.
You have to be willfully blind not to come to the conclusion. The Crown Prince is a wrecking ball. I think he's complicit in the murder of Mr. Khashoggi.
We all learned in our schools that the journalist shouldn't be the story itself. My government didn't like the story, they put me in jail, I was attacked, and I'm in exile now. The story is not written by myself.
Tatiana Felgenhauer was stabbed in the neck by an assailant who breached station security and attacked her.
It's a hard job. But if you feel that you cannot be anyone else, be brave and be honest.
Here's the moment Arkady Babchenko returned from the dead.
Well, that is the journalist who it was reported had been shot dead.
Если ты сталкиваешься с агрессией, если ты сталкиваешься с войной, то вот эта вот позиция «я над схваткой», давайте будем давать слово обеим сторонам, она неправильная.
Around 10,000 Hungarians have protested in Budapest against government control of the media.
Critics fear it's a sign the country is slipping into authoritarianism.
Bad situation in Venezuela getting a whole lot worse. The Attorney
Deadly protests riddled the streets this summer after President Maduro rewrote the country's constitution and banned the main opposition party.
Y decidimos que en vez de quedarnos viendo el funeral de los medios y de los periodistas, íbamos a hacer algo. Muchas que produzcamos, muchas luces, pequeñas luces, podemos iluminar una nación entera.
Mexico is the most dangerous country in Latin America.
Me motiva a ser enlace entre estas personas que realmente están indefensas.
The news doesn't tell the truth. They are so dishonest. You are attacking our news. You are fake news.
Explosive devices discovered in multiple locations.
I'm gonna jump in. There's a fire alarm here.
You might have heard in the background. We're going to find out what the latest is.
I hate being the story. Just do.
There's been a shooting at a newspaper building in Annapolis, Maryland.
That put us closer to the rest of the world in a way that is horrifying but eye-opening.
La democracia se pierde muy fácilmente.
It's the series of small decisions that in the end bends and breaks the rule of law.
When I am disappointed or pessimistic, I always go to my library and read history books. democracy and freedom of the press, they are fragile, but in the end, they will prevail.